Hi everyone, it's Kimberly and I welcome you to spend a little time with me today. I thought I would catch the sun rays before they went down for the evening. It's so pretty outside today and it's nice and bright in my studio. So what I'm going to do is attempt to fulfill the second challenge prompt for the Ugly Art Club's 5 minutes a day challenge. I didn't know I was going to do this. I sort of discovered it day before yesterday, but I thought, yeah, I think it'd be kind of fun. And I had made this journal, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, and it's definitely an art journal, and all the pages are blank. I made a cool book page on the inside. This is muslin, and I stitched it. This is a piece that I made and put some dangles on. I made this at another time, and it's large, so I, hadn't really had a place to use it, but I just love it, and so I was happy to give it a home right here. And then it's filled with bookcases. Oh my gosh. Book pages and paper bags, folders. This is a folder. This is buttons from 1840s article. And I wanted to say I backed it with napkins or tissue paper that I stamped because it was thin. And ruled paper, again, it's super thin. It's very cool. And the lines are brown, which I think is nifty. This is from a steno dictating book from the World War II era. Wake Up America, It's Late. I think that still applies. This is a pad of paper with a quote. It says, let's see if you can see it. Ordinary riches can be stolen. Real riches cannot. In your soul are infinitely precious things that cannot be taken from you. This is by Oscar Wilde. And some old graphic paper, piece of parchment-like paper. There's a folder. This was when I bought a car. They sent me a welcome, to the club kind of thing. But I liked it because it was see-through. It's vellum. And so I didn't throw it away. And from a hotel. And then the back. I left the tab on this folder divider, just kind of for fun. So yeah, so my intention when I made this was a piece I made to put in it, but I realized after I made it that it was just too figured out. I planned it. There's pansters and there's, pansters and, is it pansters and planners? Might be. I was a planner, and I want to be a panster when it comes to this kind of, art making, ephemera making, journal making. And panster flies by the seat of their pants. I am a planner when it comes to journals, and I'm fine with that. But an art journal to me isn't a journal. It's a place to do art. And so I want to dive in and not get hung up and just see, what comes out of it. But I don't want it to be ugly art in the end. That's not appealing to me, no matter what. So I had to stitch together 2 of the pages from the Edith Holden book. But I do really love how it turned out. And you know what? This was glued on top of this paper that is super old. It's from a huge French book I have that's from an organization in France, and it's filled with all kinds of engravings and art and lots of words and lots of script where they printed people's comments that they'd handwritten, and it's from the 1880s. And so this piece of paper where it says La Telegraphie au Désert, this was a picture I didn't like. It was some sort of a joke, which I didn't really understand. So I used it as a background, and then when I got to the inside, and I was putting on this wonderful book page. And I made the Edith Holden page come over to this side, and then the book page fills in the middle until it reached the other side from the back. So that was just because I really like this picture, and I didn't know where I was really ever going to use it because it was in the wrong layout. You know, it wouldn't work for a tall journal, wouldn't work for a journal like this, realistically. But I felt like in here I could just get away with dividing her up, and it wasn't a big deal. But I love her sleeve. I love the gold and wool, probably, sleeve on her dress. Just so beautiful. So the paper was very thin from this French book, so I ended up using gel medium, putting a piece of muslin on the top above the picture, and then another one on the bottom, all the way across before I put the signature in. And then I stitched to hold everything down, and then I let it dry. And it's a great cover. It's got a lot of girth, and yet it's flexible. I love how the gel medium sort of tied it all together. You can barely tell there's paper and fabric. They look so, united. And so I'm excited to work in it. So when I saw the challenge, I thought, well, I could start to do the challenge in this book. So this was my day 1, which is today, Thursday. And the prompt was swatch a small sample. So I took this pocket. It's actually from the Magnolia Journal kit from the Paper Cameo. And I went through my watercolor tin, and I just basically picked a different color for each square. I drew the square out, and then I just, it was arbitrary. I didn't measure or try to make it perfect or match or anything. I just sort of filled it in. And then I wanted to keep all of the paints pale, so I used a set of watercolors that are made for kids, just one of those really, the big thing with each color, and they're just really not very pigmented. And that allowed me to have a very mellow version of each color, which I really like. And I'm only just learning this now because I've been playing with the watercolors. I have another tin that is highly pigmented. Couldn't have been more opposite. And I didn't really realize when I bought it exactly what that meant. But it makes everything, very dark. So I like having that choice. And then I have metallics in that one as well, and neons in that one. So that's quite a few different ways to do watercolor. But once I did this and let it dry, then I felt like it looked really good on this background, like it was really made for this background, but I hadn't really thought about that at the time. So now I'm going to work on what the prompt is for the second day. But before I go there, let me just share with you that when you partake in this challenge from the Ugly Art Club, theuglyartclub.com, and then their hashtag is TUAC for the Ugly Art Club, 5-minute challenge prompts, and it's 20 days, I think. And they make available all of the prompts. I don't want to know what they are, so that's why I'm not showing it for very long. But they have a link when you sign up. After you sign up, they have a link that takes you to this, and you can print it out. And then you've got these cute little swatch tags, or little tags to put with to do whatever you want with. I'm gonna have them on each thing I do that it relates to. So I'm working on the one that says thick and thin, and it also says this and that, yin and yang. So they in this season's challenge, anything goes, any medium, any materials. There's no restrictions, nothing, and you're supposed to take 5 minutes to make it. That's not what I'm aiming for. I am trying to do things, that are easier to do and are more mixed media, so I feel like I can do that quicker. But I'm not like setting a timer or anything. But the idea is to get people to take a little time out of their day to work on something and be done with it. And I think that's a great exercise. So thick and thin. So what I did that I thought might be fun for you, the viewer, if I decide to post this, is I brought out a few piles of different things that I could look through to see if I get a sense of the this or that. Thick and thin doesn't really speak to me. Yin and yang does, but I get philosophical at that point, so I'm not so sure I can really do that. So I'm kind of going with the this and that, this and that. All right, so, and then I was thinking I would have a tag. So I'd like to do number 2 on a tag, and then my tag would go in here. So with that in mind, let me move this. And I have some different pieces of paper. This is American, French, and these are in Spanish. I got these in a box that I purchased from a woman in Spain. And so that, one of those, part of those, I think would be good. This is half of a coin protector. You know, it's got another one that goes down here, so that's a possibility. And then I gessoed a bunch of French book pages a while back, and I could use either side of those. I was thinking maybe one of those would be good for to kind of get the thing started. Yeah, I kind of rather go this direction, left to right, and these are right to left. I don't know why. I don't know what difference it makes. This sort of takes up the whole tag. Yeah, I think maybe this is better. So that's possible. And then I have a bunch of stamps that are multiples of stamps, mostly. Or they are stamps that are still on the envelope or postcard they came on. So again, this and that, yin and yang. I love this one with the queen stamps, so I won't use that. I've been cutting out the post stamp and gluing it onto, let's see if I have those here to show you. No, wait, I think I know. Hold on. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I cut out Greenwich, 1957, and I just glued it over the one that was part of the faux postcard. And then this is Chicago, 1950. And they stick out. I think they're fun. So, yeah, so this and that. This, of course, is wartime stamps. Okay, let's see. So anyway, that's a pile of possibilities. This is from Egypt, and it's Tutankhamun, I'm guessing. I don't know if he was a this or that, what would be on the other side? Because I don't know where else I'm going to find a place to use a stamp like that. That's just very arty to me. This and that, French, Egyptian. Let's see. We put this one back. Put this here. It's kind of interesting. I love these first day of issue things. I love this one because it's buildings that are just beautiful. San Francisco, New York, Asheville, North Carolina, and I can't make this one out. I don't know. It might be Minnesota. So let's see what else we have. What if we had another stamp that was opposite? Well, This is Neville Bonner, or Bonner, from Australia. This and that. Hey, what if it was all different stamps? Stamps of maybe all men. Okay, so maybe it's a possibility. I don't know. It's not looking all that interesting, is it? I mean, I like the red. I like the color. I like this, the look of that stamp, and it is large, and I don't want to get rid of any of that. So Denmark and Egypt. Wow, I don't think there's anything that draws those into one thought. This and that. This one is some kind of Slavic country. Sverige is what it says on the stamp. So 1918 says this stamp. Wow. I almost want to have both sides show. John Koping. John Koping. I mean, I don't know how to say it, but Okay, I think there's too much of this paper. So maybe there's a better background. Maybe something in Spanish. I don't know how this is this or that, except that I have them. Alright, let's see what else we have. I'm going to leave these out as possibilities and maybe use a smaller piece of gessoed. I very much like the gessoed papers, so I don't want them to be completely covered up. Okay, so I also brought, as possibilities, I brought some flowers I dried. That would certainly be this or that. That would qualify, wouldn't it? This or that. But this all feels so masculine. Not that that's terrible by any stretch, but I don't know. Oh, yeah, hey! This being the masculine, flowers being the feminine. Yin and yang, for sure. That describes yin and yang. Okay, so if I were to do, I really want to use this Egypt one. So if we put, let's see, put this here, and where did that little, this could be over one of these flowers, or it could even be over Tutankhamun. But then you'd miss the fact that it's a stamp. Okay, so let's see. I have these big flowers like this. I don't think that's going to do it. And I have this, and it almost looks like hair. But it's from some kind of a tree. It's a seed. From some kind of tree. Some kind of tree is that. Oh, look how pretty. Do you see the color in that? Can you tell? It's shiny and it's kind of copper and amber. Oh my gosh. You know what? That's pretty. That might be pretty to put there. Let's see. I do have the back to this, but they're really thick when the two pieces are together, the front and the back. Yes, you can see both sides of the item, so I do use them, but I just thought, half of one would be better for this tag. Gosh, it's really pretty, but I almost feel like it needs something dark behind it. Here's a old piece of paper. It's very light, same color. So something that's darker or patterned in some way. Oh, it really is a beautiful color. I kind of like that. It shows the color really nicely. I have to distress this. It's way too white. Way too white. Oops, that's pretty dark. Okay. Wow. Okay. That changes the whole look. Which is okay, because it was just too black and white for my taste for this, grungy item. Wow, okay. I think I'm going to have to start to glue. Let me just see how it would look right there on here. Of course, if it was down here, then it would never show when it's in the pocket. I don't want to do that. Okay, I am going to cut this out as the background. I am sweating right now. It's so hot outside. What a change. I was out earlier and it was not that hot, but my studio faces west, so at that time of the day it's super hot and the sun comes streaming in, so it's great for filming. Absolutely perfect for that, but it's hot. Okay, alright, so now let me get this piece again. And I don't really want to glue it to the paper because I'm afraid if I glue it, it'll affect the color. But I think what I will do is put a little bit of there we go. Let's see. What if I put this here? Yeah. Right there. Did I say I think these are from an oak tree? Okay, so now let's see how this looks. Okay. I don't really like this piece sticking up there. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's like super thin paper. It's amazing. I guess so it can be more easily spread through the air to turn into another tree. Wow, okay. So I'm just going to leave that. I really hope you can see that beautiful color, that shine. I think you can. It is so beautiful. Okay, and then I'm going to put 3-in-1 beacon think that looks fantastic. Okay, okay, so I love this. Love it. All right, so if I glue this down and I put this beauty up here, that'll be my feminine, and then my masculine. Okay, put the beauty over there, and put the young king of Egypt over here. I saw the first exhibition that the museum in Egypt, whoever that is in Egypt, maybe it's a special museum just for King Tut, I don't know, but it came to Los Angeles, to the Los Angeles Museum of Art, and oh my gosh, we had to buy tickets way in advance. It was a long time ago, and we waited in line, and it was amazing. It was so amazing. And I know they've come out with another exhibit since then, not too long ago, maybe pre-pandemic, right around there. But it was amazing because this helmet, his head, was not in a case. It was sitting out up high. There was a rope around, so obviously you couldn't get that close, but each person could stand right in front and look at him without anybody around them. And we were all given, I don't know, 30 seconds, 15 seconds to stand there and just look him in the eye. Oh, I just get chills even telling you about it. It was amazing. It was so amazing. All of it was, because, Egypt was, back then we knew almost nothing, and everything was fascinating and gold. It was amazing. So, I like this stamp. My girlfriend, a former roommate of mine a long time ago, she ended up marrying an Egyptian. And so this might have been from her, because it was obviously on something. So I have pictures of them around on camels, and, the pyramids are in the background, and it's just so fun. All right, so I do have my yin and my yang, but I feel like this is pretty... I like the fact that it's neutrals, but it obviously needs something else. So let's see, what else could it need? Oh, yeah. So this is my other little... Let's see if it moves this over here. I mean, I could put another kind of flower on, but I don't really want to compete. I want that to be it. So these are different colors. So let's see. I also have this wonderful polka dot paper. It also came from Magnolia Journal. And I just love it. And I'm just using it all over the place. So maybe I'll put that there, because that's kind of feminine and girly and fun and vintage. Okay, so now these, I haven't looked at these in a long time. I got these from Crafty Paper Bits in one of her auctions. Oh, okay. So there was a lot of masculine stuff in this one. Okay, so that's good. Maybe there's a way I can use this up, because I don't know how many reasons I'll have to use these kind of things. Let's see, if I put this guy here. I have no idea what it says. Absolutely none. It says Russian at the bottom, but it's not written in Russian. It looks like it's written in French, actually. Yeah. Yeah, it is, but I don't know what... Gakao Perud. Oh, that must be his name. Chocolat Perud. Oh, maybe these went inside of chocolate bars, like cigarette cards. Maybe they had chocolate cards. Okay, if I put that there, and then put him there. No. But you know what? This gold and this gold go really beautiful together. Yin and yang. Let's still be yin and yang. That's still masculine. For sure. And this is feminine. Am I being too literal? Is that too much for a tag? This is a big card. You know, I thought I might rip it, but I think given it's a chocolate card, I don't think I want to rip it. Oh, I know. Let's see. If we did this, you know what? I have an idea. Well, you know what? It's a big pocket. This can go in the pocket. It doesn't need anything. I'll just put this in the pocket, make the tag the tag. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. All right. These are from Tracy Fox, and they're from her newest slide. These cute slides, all different sizes, bunch of stuff you can glue on, make them yourself. Textile bits are on some of them are blank, some you can cut. They're all fun. Some are stamped, some are plain. So I could put one of these on. I'm back to this idea again. You know, I think I'm going to stamp something there. I think I'll do that first. You know what I want to stamp? I want to stamp my ultra feminine. Where'd it go? Okay. My Tiffany and Company stamp. I'll put that right here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. And I'm going to do it in this brown ink because it's out. And can you get any more feminine than that? No. Okay, so I'm going to go right like that. Okay. All right. Ah! Wrong direction. Should I turn it over? Okay. If I turn it over and I do it correctly, would it be like this? I'm going to try it. Can't get too much of Tiffany and Company wording, huh? Okay. Okay. All right. And I think because I have it out, I'm going to put a little bit of font on there too. Let it go up here. Okay. All right. So now back to this. I'm going to glue it on. I don't want to think about it anymore. I just want to do it. Gosh, I hate the way that how glue stick makes paper feel. Sometimes you want that really. For me, they come out too stiff. So sometimes I really want that stiff feel, and then glue stick is my go-to. But I hardly ever want that stiff feel. So I'm going to go with something else. Alright, so far so good. Alright, and then this, oh my gosh, that is great. And then I'm going to put some vintage feel onto this. Gosh, I don't know, this is pretty old. It's not, I mean, really quite old. So there we go. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty. So that's kind of fun. So it needs one more thing. Oh, my polka dot paper. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I just love this polka dot paper. Yes, and it's got the little gold in it, so, but maybe it should go here. Or maybe up here. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's cute how it pokes out there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide it. I'm going to put this. Oh, sorry. Oh, you can't. What am I doing? I guess that's the way you can see the dots. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to glue this whole thing down. All my glues are working better now that the weather's less wet and warm. So everything is back to what I expect. Okay, this needs to go. I don't think it's going to. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay. All right, and then I want to put a strip down this. Perfect. Oh my gosh, I'm happy with this. I didn't think I would do the yin and the yang of it. I really thought I'd steer away, but here I am. Really, the yin and the yang is about everything being connected and flowing, always in movement, always in action. We kind of, here in America, give it the male-female, but it means way more than that. It's very philosophical and it's deep. And it's really about unity. Okay, so I will tear this one since everything else is torn. All right, I'm going to glue this on. Oh, and where's my little swatch? I could put my little swatch right down here, or maybe not. I don't like the thick and thin thing. That kind of wrecks it for me. But I could maybe just do 2 yin and yang. That might be. I don't want to cut it. Let's see if I can tear it. Yeah, I'm going to put it down there. It's not exactly a centerpiece. Okay. Alright, so then I need something to go in there. Piece of muslin seems about right. Here's another one. Did break it. Bummer. Okay, so something thin needs to go in there. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I got this amazing ribbon. Oh my gosh. This was from Gina. Gina Goodling. Look at these. Beautiful. Stunning. Oh my God. That is so beautiful. I'm just going to glue that right there. I'm just going to glue that right there. 3. Okay, I can do 3 across. Oh my gosh. And then this came from Crafty Paper Bits. Also beautiful. And I was thinking one of these could go up there, but I don't want 2 shinies. So this wins. Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. She wrapped Happy Mail to me in it. Okay, all right. Oh, there we go. Oh, didn't want to cover up the T in Tiffany. So, I mean, let's face it, it's way more feminine than it is masculine, but that's okay. He was a king, so that's a lot of power. So it took these other things to really get us to be equal. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, you guys, I think that's it. I'm going to, off camera, brown up the sides in order to, you know, kind of bring it all together. But maybe I'll do something on the back. But thank you for stopping by, and let me know what you think about these last 2 ones I've done that are kind of, you know, making stuff on camera. I don't do it fast like Wendy. I'm not making a bunch like Rachel. I don't know if this is boring. I don't know if it's interesting. I don't know if you can craft along with me. I really need the feedback. I really would like to know. But so far I'm having fun because I'm getting stuff done and also making a video. I might make more if I could actually get something done while I was videoing. So if you like it, please let me know. If you don't like it, tell me why, and maybe I can find a middle ground. Okay? Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.